Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tarani, coming to you from San Jose this week, where on our program is Joel Christner. He's the Chief Scientist at StorSimple. Hey, Joel.
Hey, Rich. How are you?
Great. Thanks for being on our program.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So I thought we'd start off by talking about StorSimple and what your company does.
Sure. So we are a small company based in Santa Clara, venture-backed. Started about a year ago, 2 weeks, something like that. We're focused on helping enterprise organizations address application-specific storage-related challenges and give them the ability to take advantage of cloud storage as if it were traditional on-premises data center storage. So in a sense, what we do is we blend the best of on-premises data center storage with automated data tiering through a patented algorithm we have called weighted storage layout, primary storage dedupe, and an on-ramp to cloud storage services so they can contain costs, improve performance, and improve data manageability.
So from the perspective of the customer, what do they see when they're using your service?
Sure. So customers typically have a number of applications that drive their business, and we tend to focus on the applications that enable collaboration. So that would be email, document collaboration, SharePoint, for instance. When they deploy our device, it deploys just like you would deploy a traditional on-premises storage device, in that you would configure the device, you would create storage volumes, you would give those to your servers so that your applications could have places to store data. The key difference is that you're able to take advantage of cloud storage services, which are elastic at lower cost than buying traditional storage for your data center.
And you don't have to worry about dealing with changes in technology of the storage and all those sorts of things, right? The heat generated, the electricity, all the challenges that you might deal with in the real world of having to deal with the product, right?
That's right. With traditional storage, it tends to consume a lot of capacity in terms of the data center floor. Definitely drives up power consumption. It's expensive to keep cool. It's very difficult to manage and protect. When you take advantage of a cloud storage service using a device like ours, which really provides an on-ramp to the cloud, so we make the cloud look like local data center storage. So when you use a device like ours, you get to minimize the impact of having tons of storage deployed in your data center.
So is it like an E drive or an F drive? How does it, when you say that we make it look like it's local, is that?
Exactly. So storage coming off of our system looks just like storage coming off of another iSCSI storage device like an EqualLogic or an EMC or something like that. So it looks exactly the same.
So you open it up as if it was in the office and just look at it somewhere else, and that's it.
That's right.
It's transparent. Okay, so there's an obvious trend towards the cloud, and there's a lot of companies in this space, and there are more companies coming out all the time. Of course, customers are beginning to adopt cloud computing in large numbers as well, which is good news. The question I have is that we are seeing a declining line in terms of cost per gigabyte. You've got companies like Amazon in this space. How do you differentiate yourself from the low-cost providers of storage in the cloud?
Sure. So we actually partner with them. So if you look at traditional cloud storage services, the way they expect users to consume their storage capacity is by way of HTTP-based APIs. There's something called a RESTful architecture for HTTP, and there's also SOAP, which uses XML. Applications that are deployed on servers in the data center expect to talk to the storage using block storage protocols that carry SCSI. So for instance, Internet SCSI or iSCSI, which I know you guys are familiar with, fiber channel SANs, fiber channel over Ethernet. The server expects to communicate with those protocols, whereas the cloud storage service expects them to communicate with those that are based on HTTP. So what we in effect do is we deploy like an on-premises device, giving them that same interface that the server expects, and we talk on the back end to the cloud storage service using the protocols that they expect. So in a sense, whenever you deploy a solution like ours, you're deploying it in conjunction with one of those cloud storage services.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, in terms of having a problem with just trying to work this through in terms of a company having to deal with disaster recovery, if you're storing it all in the cloud, your disaster recovery issues have pretty much gone away, right? It's all up in the cloud, so if there's a problem in the local company, you just basically tap into that drive that's existing in the cloud, correct?
That's a great point, Rich. So it's one of the many benefits that the cloud provides, along with the elasticity and pay-as-you-go types of models, is that when you do have your data stored in the cloud, it does put you in a much better position from a disaster recovery perspective. We're finding a lot of unique opportunities with our technology coupled with a cloud storage service in that given the way that we've implemented data management and data protection features in our system, we've introduced another patented feature called cloud clones, where you can take, in a sense, a backup of an application's volumes and store them persistently in the cloud as a point-in-time copy. And so if you ever have a disaster type of scenario and you need to fail over to another data center, well, you can tap into that exact same data, bring the data online immediately, and start accessing it right away.
Okay, that's very exciting. It sounds to me that this is a step beyond a backup in the cloud.
That's correct.
Because you don't have to spend all that time restoring.
That's right.
Because so it's up there, so if something happens, you turn on another computer and get on the internet and you're up and running.
That's right. That's right. So we do provide backup capabilities within the system through cloud clones as well, because everyone wants a truly independent copy of data. That way, in case they lose data gets corrupted, they always need to go back to that point. But since you do have it in the cloud, and it's an always-on backup copy that you can mount at any time and go, it does help in the event that you encounter a disaster scenario.
Now, what about Amazon being a partner? How does that work exactly?
Sure.
Are you using their service, the EC2?
S3, their simple storage service.
Okay.
That's right. Interesting capabilities that we'll be announcing down the road that further take advantage of other services that are available there.
Great. We're looking forward to having you back on. Thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Much appreciated.